Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. We do it each and every day. And at the end of the drill, Beef, I think you will rock the folks with something, a prize pack, if you will. And what prize pack do you have, sir?
Yeah, we're going to hook the Googans up this week, Dan, with a pair of tickets to see the Lords of 52nd Street. That's the Billy Joel Band.
Strictly an 80s rock band, sir.
Not Uptown Girl.
Sorry.
The Lords of 52nd Street.
Play Stranger.
They're playing March 25th at the Florida Theater. I
love those bands.
All our 5 winners this week will be entered into a drawing. Thrown in the hopper, per se, for a chance to win a twosome into the upcoming Coastal Equipment Guggen Open. That comes up April 18th at Hidden Hills.
Wow.
It's a tradition unlike any other.
Unlike any other. So you have a 1 in 20% chance of winning that.
So, yeah, if you win this week, you're 100% going to see Uptown Girl, the Lords of 52nd Street.
Yes.
And then you'll have a 1 in 5 chance to also tee it up at the Guggen Open.
All right, so huge news in the NFL over the weekend. We talked Deshaun Watson goes to the Cleveland Browns. Browns take a couple days, release statements yesterday from the owner, the GM, the coach. My only thing, listen, I get it, but my only thing, what week A statements. Hey, bottom line is this. Look, we got to win at all costs, and that's what we're trying to do. I mean, because you can't – I understand innocent until proven guilty. I get all that. Again, he said, she 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 said 22 times over. So, you know.
Isn't there something to be said, though, for no criminal charges?
Yes, 100%. But there's civil charges out there. Clearly things happened. 22 didn't lie. I get it. Smoke, there's fire. Innocent until proven guilty. No criminal charges. Has a right to continue his career. It just seems a little bit stinky.
I bet you every single NFL team has a player in a situation stinkier. This is just high profile because of who it is.
Maybe. But then to
how long it's
position
been withdrawn.
To position the contract. So, look, when you get suspended these 6 games, it's only going to cost you about $500,000. You're still making $230 million guaranteed dollars or $229 million guaranteed dollars. I don't know.
It's a grand slam home run for the Browns.
And then for them to come out and say, we did extensive research, and they call one person who might know something, the attorney of the 22 women. Oh, no, they never call me.
Yeah.
It just looks, it's a bad look, man. It's a bad look, in my opinion. So
it'll be a bad look, long forgotten when we sit here next year at this time. It'll all be water under the bridge. We'll move on to the next scandal.
Not for the 22 women.
Yeah, unless they get paid, and until they get paid.
Well, I'm sure they would rather not have.
I don't know. I don't know any of the specifics of any of that.
Yeah.
Whenever it's 22 who all seemingly unbelievably come together at the same time, I mean, I think we're being a little naive about this whole process and who's on board and who's involved and just how far anything went with one compared to, like, is number 1 and number 22 experience the exact same thing?
I would go.
Or did number 18 say, "Oh, well, yeah, this kind of happened," and I don't know.
You can know if you go read the Jenny Vrentis article, which details from a bunch of the women what they said happened.
Yeah.
Again, I get it. Right to work. I understand. I'm not saying don't do it. It bothers me.
Maybe my logic is wrong. Okay. Mm-hmm. But by golly, we have a legal system in this country that if you don't break the law, your punishment should be mitigated. If you did something, and shame on the legal system, if Deshaun Watson did something that cost him $20 million, but he didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah.
So from a football standpoint, and all that other stuff, gosh, we've been percolating on for a year and a half. Mm-hmm. From a football standpoint, it's a no-brainer for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
I will say this, however. Deshaun Watson's not in that category of quarterbacks that if you have Deshaun Watson, you're going to the playoffs. He's not. That's not what the Houston Texans were under Deshaun Watson. His last season as a starter there, he went 4-12.
But didn't they win the division the other 4 years?
I'm not saying that he can't.
Yeah.
I'm saying his record is 30-28 as a starter.
Is that what it is?
And he doesn't go to the – he's not a – that being said, he's a top 5 quarterback. He's going to have talent in Cleveland he didn't have in Houston.
Yeah.
But they went to the playoffs, but they
haven't had a trade like this since Herschel Walker.
I think he won 1 playoff game.
Yeah. Haven't had a trade like this since Herschel Walker.
But you gladly give it up if you're Cleveland.
Yeah.
You gladly give it up. 3 first-rounders, nothing. It's the guaranteed money that's the curious one.
We lost a great man over the weekend, the professor, John Clayton. And just my one quick John Clayton story to demonstrate what a wonderful man he was. And by reading all the accounts, everybody liked John Clayton, right? Everybody liked him.
He bailed us out one year.
Yeah, one year. We was Super Bowl Sunday in Jacksonville, Florida.
Same weekend, ESPN stole PTI from us.
Yeah, but John, the ESPN guy, he was tracked down by one of our producers and to come on the program on a Sunday morning. Now,
I did like a 6-hour pregame show.
Yeah, it was a long pregame show up until like noon when the network took over, but we were on for like 3 or 4 hours or something. I can't remember.
It was like 8 to 12. I mean, it literally was a long time.
So John Clayton agreed to come on. Now he's on via the phone, but he's great. You know, he's great. You go back and forth with him, kicking around.
It's a busy week for him too, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
Super Bowl Sunday,
and he's the main ESPN reporter for the NFL at that time.
So we're talking, and then blah blah blah, and we finish up the first segment, and I mean, I'm like out of the blue. I think we just say, "Hey, John, would you mind staying on for another segment? We're having a good conversation." Oh, sure, no problem. And that to me indicated what a nice man he was. And he stayed with us for another segment. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to even come on. He came on for like half an hour with us, and so sad news to see him pass away at the way too young age of 67. So
agree.
Thoughts about that? Feel badly for guy this week, David Ojabo of Michigan.
So the cold-hearted side of the NFL.
Man, so he's the other edge rusher with Hutch.
Top 10 pick, most drafts.
Yeah, first round for sure.
Yeah.
No longer.
I haven't seen him outside the top 15.
Goes down at his pro day, tore his Achilles. So, out.
But the cold part was, there's video of the workout.
Yeah, I didn't.
He does the workout, and they all just move along. He's just laying there crumpled on the ground.
I didn't take it that way. I took it like, oh, man, is that guy hurt? But I'm a scout. What am I? So I can't run out.
It's not that they didn't run out.
Yeah.
It's that they grabbed the ball and just moved along, turned their back and walked away. You might stop the workout for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Get a medic out. It was a bad look, I thought.
Okay.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, and it makes you
Trent Baalke's eyes lit up. He loves taking those injured guys top of the second.
Well, and it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder about, why do I'm not doing these work.
No.
I mean, you got to do them.
I don't think you do.
You got to play at some point.
Know.
But how many of these do I got to go through?
Here's what you do.
In other words, if I did it, and I don't know what he did at the combine, but if I did it all at the combine, why do I got to have a pro day?
Especially these.
If you want to come talk to me, come talk to me. You've got tape on me. You've got a workout on me. There's nothing else left.
Especially, Dan, those fast start ones like he was doing, where you shuttle back, you stop, you burst forward. I mean, you're begging to pull or snap something, it seems. And look, if it were that common, it would happen everywhere. I get it. But, man, just seems the guy lost tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
At least fives of millions, maybe not up to the 10 million, but, and it's even worse because you're not playing in a game that matters. It goes on your career resume.
As excited as we get about free agency down here in Jacksonville, I was looking at something from Peter King today, and he was talking about free agency. And it's just one man's opinion, so don't get too hung up on it, but it made me look for a second. And he did a sneaky signing and 5 contracts I like.
Okay.
All right. I'm saying, okay, well, let's see. We signed 7 guys. We got to have one contract that you like in there, right?
Yeah, and I looked at free agency grades, and it also tells you, we may be C plus B minus.
Yeah.
This free agent.
Let's
stick on your storyline first.
Okay. So sneaky signing of the week, he likes Juju Smith to Kansas City. Now, the reason he likes that is because of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I like that too. I wondered why Juju lasted so long. He had a 116 catch season.
He did, and for about 800 yards.
Well, that's not true. well over 1,000. But still, like 1,100 yards.
Very few. He does not.
But still,
he would catch more 5-yard passes than any receiver I've ever seen. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, he's 25. In the 2 full seasons he played, he got the ball a ton.
Really, the last one to sign.
You've got Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce running around out there. Juju's a real good possession receiver. He's probably going to be a really good security blanket for Mahomes. Like, I can run. Tyreek's open. Kelsey's not open. Here you go, Juju. Here's 7 yards. Boom. So that's one. Okay, well, that takes us out of sneaky signings. How about 5 contracts I like? Okay, well, we got to have one of those in there, right? First one, Russell Gage, 26, 3 years, Bucks a strong third receiver. All right. Ted Karras, center, Cincinnati, 3 years and $18 million.
I told you Russell Gage, by the way.
Upgrade a crucial spot, and Joe Burrow will love the smart and feisty Karras. Okay. That's 2. Number 3, Allen Robinson, Rams. A tad pricey, but I love this stat from PFF. A top 10 NFL receiver since 2018 and catching inaccurate throws.
That's the guy that I wanted instead of Kirk.
Imagine what he'll do with the accurate Matthew Stafford.
I wanted, I went all in on Allen Robinson a couple weeks ago.
Number 4.
Talking.
I mean, what are you? You should be a GM.
Well, no, I'm not saying.
Gage, Robinson. I mean, what are you doing over there? Settle down.
Again, it's not saying it after. I said it before. This is not about me. It's about the Jags.
You're making it about you.
No, I'm not.
I'm trying to present something here.
No, what I'm trying to tell
agents.
you is that the Jags went Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, when they could have gone Allen Robinson, Russell Gage. That's what I'm telling you.
Number 4, Rasul Douglas. I think he just...
No, I went like this.
All right.
Trust me. Not that. That would be directed.
That was close.
No, it wasn't.
It was close.
Wasn't even thinking about that.
I think it closely went.
If I was trying to flip you the bird, I would just
gray area.
There you go. Now there's
It's like the commercial for Double Birds.
Now there's
Sue and Larry. Rasul Douglas, Green Bay, more than they wanted to pay, but a top 5 defensive player on the Packers at season's end, well worth. And number 5, just a little more kick in the jibs.
DJ Chark.
The one guy we lost. One of the guys we lost, Miles Jack.
Oh.
This is the kind of player with coaching for Brian Flores and the faith of Mike Tomlin, who easily could be a Pro Bowl player in 2022.
Yeah,
a great defense for a playmaking linebacker like Jack.
I'm not buying that. I'm buying Miles Jack as the classic Jaguar who is king of the dipsticks here.
Yeah.
When he goes on a real team with real talent, he won't be an all-star player. He was never an all-star level player here.
I think if they put him where he should be, I think he could have a big.
Well, where should that be? Because we played him everywhere here.
And when he played outside, he was pretty doggone good.
Did he? Was he?
Yes.
Your Schobert was here?
2 years ago, the
Was
1 in 15 year, he was
we were 1 in
good.
15.
Yeah, we were. But, I mean, we were off.
Miles Jack didn't make near enough plays. And then the next in line for the Miles Jack syndrome, by the way, is one Josh Allen. It's time for him to be a player, too.
Yes. But anyway, so I thought that was interesting that we didn't get mentioned.
Miles Jack is a nice player. And don't get me wrong. But he's epidemic. And what the problem is, we don't have great players. We have good players.
We need
Miles Jack is a good player.
Yeah,
we don't have any great ones.
Well, we could.
That's why he's a good sign.
That's why I said go get Devontae. He's a great player.
Correct.
But
not for the number 1 overall pick. He better be better than great.
And $28 million.
It's the number 1 pick. If we had the 21st pick, I'm all on board, bro. I think that Oakland, I would give up what Oakland gave up. But I'm not giving the number 1 pick. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
I would.
This is going to be the one we do? Like, we'll be doing this in August.
Hey, Devontae had 12 catches for 210 yards.
I still wouldn't have given him the first-round pick.
Guess we couldn't use him. Our first-round pick had 2 tackles
and I'll give you the Allen Robinson, Russell Gage, comparison every week. Maybe we should just drop both of those and move on.
Maybe we should. I suspect we won't, but maybe we should.
I'm fascinated watching Braves' reaction, toward losing Freddie Freeman and how it has gone from all on Freeman's side to half and half to now bleep Freeman, go Braves. I fall maybe without the bleep into the last category. Whatever. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's curious to me that, Carlos Correa to the Twins. If I'm the Astros, I'm like, really? Really? You can't just stay here for that cat? Couldn't the Astros have come? And then they lose him, and then immediately they're involved in the Trevor Story? It's just so weird sometimes how these deals end up playing out. And no one ever saw Correa to the Twins.
Were they willing? I guess that's the question. Is were these other teams willing to do this kind of weird deal that he did with the Twins, where he's got opt-outs each year, where he can bail whenever he wants and re-enter free agency?
Yeah, he does. Right,
that's the weird deal. It's a 3-year deal. He can leave after this year.
Yeah,
re-enter free agency.
Yeah.
Well, Jose Altuve, I was surprised. I wasn't expecting that. Obviously, we're going to miss him. He's a great player and a great guy inside the clubhouse. He was one of our leaders. Now, look, it was 3 years, $105 million. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if the Astros.
Like Beef said, he can opt out after 1 year.
That's $35 million a year. So, are they willing to give him that?
Yeah.
Well, they've got some hot shot shortstop prospect coming.
Yeah, well, they got first round pick. What was his name?
Royce Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this is just stemming the tide.
Good for the Twins, man.
It's smart for them.
Yeah. Plus, because they got rid of Donaldson's contract.
Twins decently compete, right?
Yeah.
They don't go
Yeah.
completely.
No, the Twins are a fun
belly up
club.
for
The Twins
for a
are
number of
what
times.
Major League Baseball
Could be.
players
Yeah.
want the small market teams to do and be.
Yeah.
And if you go, I went up there a couple years ago and it's good crowds and it's fun and great stadium. That's what they want Pittsburgh and Baltimore and Miami to emulate. By the way, Miami got your guy Soler.
Yeah, I saw that. The
So,
Braves.
over the
I think when the
weekend.
Braves went Jansen, it kind of took
I
away
got
that
to
last-
watch a little of New York Mets baseball. The Cubs were on after. I don't know if you saw the Cubs yesterday against the Dodgers.
We
on
beat the
MLB.
Phillies yesterday. I hope Philly can just get used to
We're
that.
trying this new thing where we're going to field the spring training team all year.
Oh, okay. Well, I was highly disappointed. We had a lot of the A players in, and we
Did
didn't
you?
hit the ball.
We're not playing any at all. I see Azuna's getting some at bats. Albies has gotten some at bats.
I'm already ready to push the panic button.
The Braves, the Braves season, by the way, if you look at what they've done here, what they've done in free agency is going to be defined. Their bullpen is just,
Could be lights
stupid.
out.
It could be. I
Yeah.
mean, granted, that's a year-to-year deal,
It is.
as we've talked about before. I'm going to ask you guys each one question.
Yeah.
Who's better,
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman
Yeah.
or Trevor Story?
Freddie Freeman.
For sure?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
All right. That's the 10-minute drill.
Chris Bryant.
We go to break, and when we come back, Jeff's got some explaining to do, as he told me one more last time. Look, all the Hawks got to do is go 10-1.
Well, they're not going to. I buried the Hawks in official.
You told me that this weekend. You told me, don't give up
Well, that
hope
was-
just
did you
yet.
not-
If they go 10-1, Hick,
Just-
they'll get their 45.
Out of curiosity, do you not take that as a tongue being chewed off by
I'd like
my
you to.
teeth?
What I'm saying is,
Did you take that as a joke or as a serious comment?
I'd like you to dig into that wallet.
I'm not giving you a
into
penny.
El Boleto
No way.
and pull out some dinero for me.
No, you're being
Wow.
ridiculous.
From your Vegas winnings.
This is a bilingual
Listen to me.
shakedown.
The friendshipometer pegged as high as it's been.
And now-
I'm getting a sledgehammer
Nader.
in the break, and
Nader.
I'm smashing it to pieces.
Caller number 2, Beef. What do you say? 641-1010. Play stranger.
We're not playing the stranger. We only do 80s Joel. We're an 80s Joel cover band. Call number 2 right now, 641-1010, going to the Lords of 52nd Street. That's the Billy Joel Band. That features Richie Cannata, Liberty DeVito, and Russell Javers. Those guys, the legends from the Billy Joel Band. They played on all his records. They're appearing at the Florida Theater March 25th. Call number 2, going to get a pair of tickets to that, and they'll be entered into a drawing for a chance to win a pairing into the Guggen Open coming up April 18th at Hidden Hills.